Greetings and welcome to all. This is Fathom of the least likely Gents. Um, this will be my first ever LP of this fantastic game, Braid. Of those of you who've been keeping up with the least likely Gents, you're probably already familiar with the work and the recordings of my friend and colleague, the Beady Head. So if you haven't checked him out, and this is your first time seeing the least likely Gents and their material, then I highly recommend you watch his LPs as well. So, but yeah, we're going to be playing Braid, which was first released, I believe, August 6th, 2008 for the Xbox. That was the first time I played it, and I don't think I've played it since then. I'm playing it for the computer right now, obviously. But yes, I haven't played it since it was released for the Xbox. So you may have to bear with me. It's been a while since I've solved some of these puzzles, which is what this game is. This is a platform puzzler type game, side-scroll view, very reminiscent of Mario and games such as that. But it should be fun. By the way, I would like to thank Jonathan Blow and I guess all of the developing team at Number None Incorporated for this fantastic game. I need to mention, I suppose, I'm going to do a 100% run through, but first, if you notice in the background here, there are 8 stars in this constellation. Now, there are stars that you can collect throughout the game. They're sort of hidden Easter eggs, and they're very difficult. So I'm going to save that for last, because once you collect all the stars, there is an alternative ending that you can unlock. But I want to play through the game first, collect all the puzzle pieces, and see the first ending, and then I'll go through and show you the location of all the stars so that we can have a view of the second alternate ending. But let's go ahead and start in World 2. Curious. Time and forgiveness. Tim is off on a search to rescue the princess. She has been snatched by a horrible and evil monster. This happened because Tim made a mistake. Not just one, he made many mistakes during the time they spent together all those years ago. Memories of their relationship have become muddled, replaced wholesale, but one remains clear: the princess turning sharply away, her braid lashing at him with contempt. He knows she tried to be forgiving, but who can just shrug away a guilty lie, a stab in the back? Such a mistake will change a relationship irreversibly, even if we have learned from the mistake and would never repeat it. The princess's eyes grew narrower. She became more distant. Our world, with its rules of causality, has trained us to be miserly with forgiveness. By forgiving too readily, we can be badly hurt. But if we've learned from a mistake and become better for it, shouldn't we be rewarded for the learning rather than punished for the mistake? What if our world worked differently? Suppose we could tell her, "I didn't mean what I just said," and she would say, "It's okay, I understand." And she would not turn away, and life would really proceed as though we had never said that thing. We could remove the damage but still be wiser for the experience. Tim and the princess lounge in the castle garden, laughing together, giving names to the colorful birds. Their mistakes are hidden from each other, tucked away between the folds of time, safe. Now, all of these are going to help. All of these books are sort of, I suppose you could, they're precursors, harbingers to the level that we're about to enter into, and they're at the beginning of each level, so I suppose they help relate Tim, who is our little protagonist here, his story. But they're essentially like puzzle pieces we're going to collect. If you look in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see there are 3 slots where 3 puzzle pieces will fit. That's really the objective of the whole game, is to collect these puzzle pieces. And the reason I liken the books to puzzle pieces is at the beginning of each world you read these books, and it's supposed to be helping you understand Tim's story. So they are essentially puzzle pieces themselves. But let's see if and there's the first one right here. And if you notice, the beginning of the level is called 3 easy pieces. These aren't certainly the easiest of all of them. There's a little creature, monster here. They're actually, I looked up, their names are Monstars. That's what these guys are called. You bounce on their heads. They're like little Goombas from Mario. But we have to bounce on his head. It'll propel us to grab that puzzle piece. Cannon. This is good here. You can double bounce on the heads of these two Monstars. The time it just right. Oh, I missed. There we go. Got it. Oh no! See, all right. Here's a fun mechanic of this game. Whenever you make a mistake and you die, you don't actually die. You just hold in the shift button. You can rewind time. You can rewind it to the point before you even grab the puzzle pieces. Now this mechanic will come into play a lot later in the later levels. You have to utilize it in many different ways, not just reversing time whenever you die, but using it to actually solve the puzzles and obtain puzzle pieces. I really jump across this lava pit, flaming spikes, grab the key. I really love the music in this game. I suppose I should credit the musicians, the composers of all of these pieces. I know one of them is Jamie Cyber, Shira Common, and I believe there's one other artist who contributed to the score. I need to look those up and give credit where credit is due. I'm tempted to not even speak and just enjoy the ambience that the music sets. Another Monstar. So I'm going to say, oh, these two pieces right here you can't obtain yet because, well, I'll show you later. I'll explain all of that later. We will have to do some backtracking. We'll come back to this world to obtain these two pieces. Here are several Monstars that need to be killed. Kill this one. Jump on his head. We need to save this one. I'll show you why. We can bounce on his head. Move this ladder. Bounce on him, and this whole setup is very a whole homage to Mario. Supposedly, you can hit him. Oh, I don't know if you noticed here. I'll do it again because I didn't explain it. We used this Monstar's head to propel us onto this ledge so that we could get to him. Once you kill all of them, the doors should open, giving you access to the puzzle piece. And we're ready to move on. Can't jump up there and grab that one. So here's what we do here. We have to catch that Monstar on this platform, bring him over to us. There we go. Now, sorry little guy, but we need a jigsaw piece. Cannon will shoot you out momentarily, again, over and over again into your imminent doom. What a horrible way. Just over and over. Alright. Supposedly these little Monstars are hedgehogs. I don't really see it. Oh, yeah, that's how you do that. You have, if you notice, there's a fuse on the end of the cannon, and you have to wait at the proper moment to jump, so that you can spring yourself off of the Monstar's head onto the ledge to obtain the puzzle piece. And yeah, as I was saying, and we fall down here, grab that piece, make sure you don't hit the flaming spikes. When you climb up this ladder, the cannon is going to be shooting a Monstar down. You need to avoid that. There's a puzzle piece in this little alcove. Keep climbing. Another homage to Mario, little claw flower popping out of a pipe. As I was saying, the Monstars, supposedly they're hedgehogs. I don't really see it. I guess it's there. They look more like those statues of the Olmec tribes to me. Anyway, touch the flag. I'm sorry, but the princess is in another castle. Alright, well, now why would that princess go to another castle? How many castles does she own? Alright, as I was saying earlier, we have to do some backtracking. Go back into this level of the world in order to obtain those 2 pieces that we missed. And I'll show you why. It's brilliant, actually. Oh no! That wasn't too good. Let's just wait this right now. You can be patient. That's one thing this game certainly does, is test your patience. Go up here. Jump on the clouds. Here's what. Oh goodness. Jump over the monster. What you have to do here is they give you this canvas, the portrait, I guess, to assemble the puzzle pieces on. And if you notice, this looks like the bridges. This is a, I guess it's a little table in the puzzle, in the painting, and it looks like the bridges we've been walking on. So you bring it to the top left corner and have it assembled. And what you can do, you exit. It extends the bridge, and the little Goomba, well, you have to wait until he's walking right, because what we're going to do is pull it out from underneath him once he walks on top of it, just like this. Move it, and he'll fall. Now, you can use his head as a springboard again to grab the puzzle piece. Then we have to run back. You may have already guessed what we do now to obtain that other piece. We will need to use it. Now we will have to jump on it. I don't know if I'm close enough. Let's see. Oh no, perfect. And there we have it. All puzzle pieces from World 2. I don't know if there's a way to... Yes, you can. We can exit the portal. Let's go to the cloud. There we go. All puzzle pieces obtained. So you may have noted, yeah, we can reverse time. We can run forward, then reverse time, go back. And then, as long as you don't move, you can actually go forward in time again. Because I suppose once you stop rewinding time or fast forwarding through time and you begin to move, you start a whole new timeline for Tim to reverse. And actually, if you hold the shift key and then push up, or the W key, you can stop time completely. So that will also come into play later. Let's assemble this puzzle. This is what the game is. I mean, the whole game is fun, but this is really, I guess, your objective, collecting these puzzle pieces. The story is rather introspective. It forces you to... This is why I like this game. You really have to think about... You know, I suppose maybe there are people who don't like reading, so they would skip right over the books in the beginning of the levels, but I do know, I believe, that the books actually contribute to the story as much as the gameplay and these puzzle pieces. As far as what they mean, I'm going to save any discussion of the story until the end after I've completed, just because there is so much and there's so many theories. There's one prevalent theory out there that I will be discussing, but if you want to comment, feel free to do so, and let me know what you think the story is about. I need to stop talking and just solve this puzzle. This isn't it. Or is it? This is it. No, this is not it. This is here. Okay. beautiful music. There we go. I think this is the bottom right here. This is bottle. Here. Yes. 3 more pieces. And 1 more. There we have it. World 2 puzzle is solved. I don't know what to make of this, if it contributes to the story at all. Obviously we have 2 lovers in the garden drinking wine, and it appears this man, I don't think this is necessarily Tim, the young man that we're playing as. Could be, but it looks like he is not the bottle lover. Anyway, before we continue on to World 3, I'm going to cut the footage here. This has been Fathom, Least Like Gents. Hopefully you'll join us next time.
Go all the way through the house again. Usually there's like a little jump off point where I can portal back. Maybe this is a special day. I guess it wasn't too bad. Why some of the bugs walk towards me?